son that's here tonight. Dawson, raise it, If this happened any other time when my other son, Preston, was here, there's no way I could have done this. He would have had a heart attack. This one likes it. He likes it. And I also want to thank the crowd. I want to thank all of you. Now listen, I want you to think about this for a single second, because Lindsay over here, who I've become close with, she threw this out at me and it stuck with me, and I really like this quote. So I want you to think about it, and we're going to get it back to it at the end. Be the change you wish to see in the world, which goes to a little bit what Bernie said. Most of you that do know me, I can't just sit back on that couch anymore. I just couldn't do it. I'm out on the couch, I'm bitching and complaining like you guys, right? And then I'm just taking it. And when I heard that quote, I just realized, you know, I got to get off that couch, and I want to be the change that I wish to see in the world. So I'm going to do this. Yeah. All right? So, this has been the hardest question. I've been running for how many days has it been? Like 14? 13 days. And when I go in, I go all in. So that's not a surprise either. However, the hardest question that I've had is, why am I running? So the past 13 days, people have asked me, and I've tried it this way, and I've tried it that way, and nothing has felt good in my gut, in my stomach. Nothing felt right.
Everybody start dancing.
Oh, yeah, right. Burpee time. Is it burpee time? Don't back down. There you go. So anyways, the truth is, I just came to this conclusion yesterday after our conversation. Bernie said, speak from the heart, speak the truth, and that's what I'm doing. So the truth is why I decided to run. We need someone that shares our views, first of all, correct? But really the most important thing is, we need someone thick-skinned enough that can step up and take the punches. I can do it. I've been good. I don't know why. Maybe this is my time, but I've been good at this, and I can do it. However, I will tell you, we also need someone who can win. When I put this together, I realized I can do all of this because I have all of you. I have all of you to be a part of my army, and I literally could not wait to everybody I contacted to call you and tell you. I could not wait to tell you. I was so excited because I knew you would be excited, and everybody was. And the first thing everybody said is, what can I do? And I'm like, I'm gonna give you the green light when it's time. All right? So, let me talk just a little bit about the community. Scott and I are truly blessed to have built so many amazing friendships, and we keep making them. And I want to thank you for trusting me to be your voice through this process. I want you to know that I will stand up, even if I have to stand by myself, for common sense decision making. We kind of got to get back to that common sense. We've lost it a little bit. I'm going to give you a little background on who I am, my life. I do have 3 boys. I've been a mom. Are you ready for this? Some of you know this already. I've been a mom for 32 years. I have a 32-year-old, a 19-year-old, and my 14-year-old back there. So I've been around the school. We've been in the school systems for 22 years since Scott and I have been married. I got married young. I was divorced young. That was not fun, but I learned from it and I grew from it. And thankfully, I'm still actually very close with my ex-husband and his family. So that says a little something. Yeah. You know, I worked 3 jobs to make ends meet. I know things aren't easy. And I did not go to college. College is just not for me. It's just not, it was never one of my things. However, I got my education from good Christian family values that my parents taught me. Hard work, dedication, commitment. Now, mind you, my parents had me when they were seniors in high school. So I don't know if this helps anybody, but I went to high school twice. I was a senior twice. I don't know if that helps anybody. Can we put that on my fancy resume? It's kind of funny though, isn't it? I know. want you to know something. I am just like you. We're in this together. I am exhausted debating these insane policy changes that accommodate one set of students at the expense of other students. I am exhausted being manipulated and forced to comply to policy change that doesn't reflect my family values, my beliefs, traditions, and or the way they educate. I'm also exhausted seeing my kid get the joy sucked out of him every day at school with their incessant rules and regulations to please a small minority. And I'm gonna give you an example. This is kind of stupid, but it bothered me a lot. Sorry, Dawson, but my son Dawson's 14. He's at school. And him and his friends were in the hallway like this. They're 14. They're poking each other. And they literally got reprimanded for inciting violence. Yeah. So I am exhausted being pushed beyond what is acceptable in the name of DEI. Some of you that have been out of the school systems, DEI stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's not a bad thing. It's how they're using it. It's how they're using it. And what that means is when they are educating our kids, math, reading, science, whatever it is, they are bringing in diversity, equity, inclusion, which is identity politicking, and it's all based around race, gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, and socioeconomics. So everything is based around those when they are educating our kids. Here's something that's happening. Going forward, they want us to use gender neutral language. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the current school board has already passed this policy 3-2, and it was not Diana or Chris. Just saying. And it's a language policy. Going forward, they want to phase out certain words like boy and girl, man, woman, guys, ladies. They want us to refer to like y'all, folks, and you. And then the pronouns, all the different pronouns. It's happening. Now, it's already been approved. However, I do have some good news about that. If we flip our school board, we have 5 people on a school board. We have 2 seats up. Valentine has been in this for 20 years. He is the president of the board. He is rerunning. I want him elected again. We have an open seat. That's going to be for a new person. Another person had stepped down. They're not running again. If I and Chris take these 2 seats, we can flip our board. Chris can bring this language policy back to a vote, and we can change that. So that gave me fire. This is giving me the fire. All right. So, what do I want to do about all this? The first thing that pops into my mind, and I'm sure it's yours, how many times have you said, let's just get back to basics? Reading, writing, and arithmetic. Because one goal of the education system should be to prepare children to enter careers to be productive members of society. We have to stop focusing on SEL, which is social, emotional learning education, and the DEI, which is the identity education. We are spending way too much time, energy, money, which means less time for all the reading, writing, and arithmetic. Because I am telling you, these teachers' hands are also tied because they spend more time being the pronoun police than they want to do. And also, they are fearful for speaking up and losing their job. So we cannot always blame these teachers. Their hands are tied. But I do actually challenge you to step up. I don't care if you go underground. I think they can step up. All right. I also want to keep traditional conservative teaching. That has to be a part of it. They're trying to phase that out. All right. What about let kids be kids? How about get out of their heads and get off their backs?
Right.
I'm like, good Lord, right? So let nature run its course. Give these kids the freedom to naturally figure out relationships, decision-making, reasoning, and empathy, even if they get it wrong. They have to figure that out themselves. But guess what? That's our job, is to teach our kids that stuff. It's not their job. They can support it, but I don't want them teaching my kid what they think empathy should be. That's on me. That's what our parents' role is. This next one, I decided just yesterday after a conversation. I thought, what gets me? It's trust. I don't trust that the schools are doing the right thing for the right reasons. I want to tell you why. If our leaders can't tell us what a woman is, then how can we trust them? And I also ask you to ask other school board members if they can tell you what a woman is. And I'm going to show you what a woman is. All right, guess what? I'm almost done. All right. Now, I understand, and all of you understand, it's like we don't need anybody to tell us this, that our community is diverse. We have 80 plus different languages in our schools. That's a lot, right? We also have students from 100 plus other countries. This is what makes our community so great. And I'm telling you, we can come together with love, compassion, empathy, respect for all different family values, beliefs, traditions, and education without forced compliance and radical change. So in the beginning, I asked you, be the change, I wanted to be the change that I wish to see in the world. So my question is, what can you do to be the change you wish to see in the world? So, that is my speech.